Ashley Jensen joins me now. So good to see you.
Lovely
and tonight,
to see you.
finally, we found out there's been a lot of red herrings.
Yes.
There's been a lot.
I'm not saying anything.
I know. I don't want to know. But I kind of guess. You must know, because you must know who it is, because obviously you get the big fat script.
Well, for the first 3 episodes,
Right.
I decided I wasn't going to find out. So I felt like I kind of was really in Calder's boots there.
Right.
So it made me really present actually on set, looking at people and going, "Are you giving something away that you're not meant to be giving away?" And a sneaky little look behind me as I was leaving to see if somebody was going, "Why did you tell her that?"
Did you guess it? Did you?
No, which is why I'm an actress.
No.
I was kind of in the right ballpark. But
Okay.
yeah, but no, I didn't.
I think we'll be surprised. That's obviously because we always are. We always are surprised.
Always, yes.
And it's so good. You and Tosh Allison, lovely Alison, who was in here, the two of you have got this great partnership. It is like Cagney and Lacey of Shetland.
Yes, Scottish Cagney and Lacey. Yeah, Alison's one of these people I feel as if I've never not known,
That's lovely.
I have to say.
That's great.
Yeah.
It's really good. And the friendship is developing, obviously off-screen, of course, it's your pals, but you can see the friendship developing on-screen as well.
Yes.
They're getting to know each other, they're getting to trust each other.
Exactly, yes, and there are different ways of the way they work together,
Yeah,
actually.
no,
Good cop, bad
absolutely.
cop.
What I love is, obviously you two are centre stage, but the other characters, I have got such a soft spot for Billy.
I
love
know
Billy.
you do, and
I'm
he was
obsessed.
delighted. He
I'm
was
obsessed.
delighted when I said that you were a fan of him.
He knows everything.
I know.
Everything. Just tell him. In fact, if you want to say, Billy, can you sort out this crisis? He would go away, ruffle through his files and come back and say, here is the cure to the common cold.
Exactly the same with Sandy.
Sandy.
Well, actually, yes,
I love
I
Sandy.
I know.
I love Sandy.
Yeah.
That's what makes it so good and so compelling to watch, because we've got to know all these characters over the years. And we really like them.
Yes,
we really root for them as
yeah,
well, which is good.
Yes.
When you're filming and you go up there, it's kind of like it is like an extended family. I mean, we've talked about that before. How you're all sort of there together, and it's like you have to all sort of just
well, we can't actually get off the Isles unless you have 5 days clear, because the weather,
in case you're stuck,
as you know, can be a little bit kind of crazy. 1 minute sunny in the morning, exactly, and then you've got the har comes down and planes can't take off. Yeah.
So you're better just once you're there.
Yes.
And that's
exactly
fantastic.
yes.
And
So there is a bit of there's a kind of camaraderie with everyone. Yeah.
Now look, it was online, so it may or may not be true. But there is going to be another series.
There is. Yes.
God.
Yes,
because you can never take it for granted. You can't take it for granted, can you?
Well, they actually commissioned 2 series off the back of last year straight away, which was, a great kind of confidence boost, really. Yeah.
But Ashley, it very quietly is a huge success. You don't make a lot of noise, but everybody watches it.
They do,
They really do,
they
and
really
talks
do.
about it and all of that.
Yeah.
But it's kind of like very, very quietly has become this huge, enormous success.
But it has been going a while, I suppose. And, Perez before. I mean, it comes from books, obviously,
of course,
at the beginning. So there's that. And in the first regime, I suppose, kind of built up the fan base, and now it's the same but slightly different.
No, it is.
Yeah.
May I say, I'm loving your jumper. And there's a very good reason for you wearing that gorgeous jumper
today.
There is,
yes. I'm here to promote Save the Children's Christmas Jumper Day,
Fantastic.
which is tomorrow.
It's tomorrow, so everybody's to wear a Christmas jumper tomorrow. That's a good one as well. I like that one.
Yes,
That's
yes.
Really, really
yeah,
nice
I know
one.
the thing is as well, with Christmas jumpers, it's not about going out and buying one. It's like swapping with your pals or getting a second-hand one. Or I actually went to Leicester to Lond Primary School earlier this year, which was the school that made the most money last year.
Fantastic. Look, there you are.
Yeah.
And yet another jumper on.
Yet another. That's the Shaun the Sheep jumper. Because
I like that.
we partnered with Aardman, and they did a little 90-minute film, and we'd had the premiere up in
look at Shaun the Sheep. I love Shaun the Sheep.
I know I do.
But
what was brilliant about that was that the kids were able to see where their money had gone and I was able to tell them this is what it does, because I think making them aware from a young age that sometimes there are children that are not as fortunate as they are. But there were some amazing designs of jumpers, kids that had made their own with whole lighting systems.
Fabulous.
And it was wonderful, yeah.
No, fantastic.
So you can design your own jumper without...
I like that. Mark Hayes did that. He got a jumper. We've all got a jumper.
Exactly.
And maybe it's got a bit misshapen or you've washed it too much. It doesn't matter.
Yeah.
And he just basically sewed baubles like this, small ones on.
Yeah.
And they look great.
I know.
It's such a good idea. It's such a great cause.
£37 million has been raised since this started.
That's fantastic.
12 years ago. It really is, yeah.
Well, because Christmas is about thinking about other people, you know, passing it on, all of that sort of stuff, which is fantastic.
Absolutely.
We'll be watching you because, you know, Nativity will get repeated this year. It always does.
I've already watched it.
Have you?
Yes, already
it's lovely. It's one of those ones we watch that, we watch It's a Wonderful Life, and we watch Elf.
Yes.
That's our 3.
Yes, you need to watch Arthur Christmas as well.
Oh, gosh, yes.
Yes.
Crikey, there's so much.
I know, I mean, Nativity's sort of become a Christmas classic now, hasn't it?
Totally, absolutely. Do you think, despite everything that you've done and everything you will continue to do, your finest hour has to be extras with David Bowie? I mean, Ashley, come on.
I think it might be.
Come on.
I think it might be. I mean, that was one of these surreal moments that I couldn't... I know.
Your face.
Me and David Bowie.
You're like, I can't quite believe I'm clutching onto his arm.
I know.
That was so... I was watching that the other day and I was barely laughing. It's one of the funniest things I've ever seen, ever.
But at that time, you didn't have big movie stars and pop icons on the telly in this country
not
in
at
2005 or 6.
Is that when it was?
Somebody, I think your researcher said, how do you feel about it being nearly 20 years old? I was like, yeah, all right.
OK.
How old were you when it came out?
Oh, they do that to me all the time.
Oh, I know.
All the time. They say, look at you from like 40 years ago. And I go,
like, thanks.
Thanks a bunch. No, that's a moment to treasure.
Yeah, it really
ever and ever.
Yeah.
But look, we'll be watching Shetland tonight.
Yes.
I would imagine we'll not guess it. It doesn't matter because they always manage to keep us guessing. And it's such. And I'm so pleased you're doing another series.
Yes,
when do you go back up? Do you know?
March.
Fantastic.
March, yeah.
When it's slightly less balmy.
Yes, it can be quite nippy up there.
It's beautiful.
It is beautiful,
it's gorgeous. It's absolutely glorious. And the latest series of Shetland continues. Tonight it concludes. You'll find out who done it. 9 o'clock on BBC One. We will be watching. And great jumper.
Thank you very much.
And everybody's to wear their jumpers tomorrow. Tomorrow is jumper day.
And donate to save the children.
Absolutely, whatever you can spare.
Exactly.